I'm going to be leaving for a little while. I'm leaving the country to go to Australia. At 3 p.m. I fly out of South Florida and I arrive in Australia March 3rd at 8 a.m. I am going to be chasing after fish that some of I just found out existed within this past year, and others are fish that I've dreamed of catching since I was a little kid. Alright, so you're probably wondering, where the hell am I? So, I've been on an airplane for the last 25 hours. I flew from South Florida to Atlanta, Atlanta to LAX, then LAX to Sydney, and so a total of, I've been flying for about 25 hours straight. For a reference point, it is, it is 12:30 in the afternoon right now in Australia, 12:30 p.m. Back at home, where I just was, it is 8:34 p.m. yesterday. As in, it is March 2nd back at home. It is March 3rd in Australia right now. And that is just blowing my mind. I am with a guy named JJ, one of the nicest dudes, invited me over to Australia to come fish with him, and we got some big plans. And today we're about to hit the water. We're gearing up the boat, and it should be insane. Flew to the other side of the world and we caught a bluefish. What do you know?
It's not quite a Florida bluefish, but it's quite a nice one for here.
We broke the seal though, that's what matters. We needed to get that first fish out of the way. Now they're gonna start falling down.
I think we'll be okay now. We got the monkey off our back. I'll let him go.
Pretty little fish.
Nice one.
We're so early. Plenty early enough.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's fascinating, man. That's what keeps us going, you know. We're always thinking about new stuff.
There he is.
Lawson.
Ooh, nice. First real Australian fish now.
Good on you, man. And it's a good one.
Good morning. So we've been up since 3:30 in the morning, basically, here with Kit, Joel, JJ, the man right there. We are fishing for Australian bass, right? That's what you guys call them. Are there any other names for them?
Perch.
Perch, bass. Very cool fish. We're throwing top waters first thing in the morning, then they switch over and said you throw a lot of lipless cranks and small swim baits, stuff like that. Yeah, the good stuff. It is another world. Beautiful out here. This is the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna try to put the drone later and show you guys, but it is just insane.
Check out the clarity of that water.
Oh my god. That is incredible. That is so much hydrilla in there.
Just get us out a little bit off that edge.
There he is.
Lawson.
Ooh, nice.
There, bro.
I was just doing what you're saying. I just was barely wiggling it,
brother.
not even walking it.
Yep.
It's
so subtle at the moment.
He took a little run at first, and now he's just coming right at us.
He'll turn.
There he is. Awesome.
Not a bad fish. Good on you, bro. Just hold him there. Yeah.
Wow, the water is so much clearer than I thought it was. Are we netting this little guy?
Oh, I just don't want him to
pull the hooks.
awesome. Wow.
No, he's all right, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Good on ya. Good on you, man.
All right, first real Australian fish now.
Good on you, man. And it's a good one.
All right, that is my first real Australian fish. We won't count those little tailor and bluefish we caught yesterday because I can get those at home. That is awesome. And this is your guys' version of a bass. You know, we got largemouth, smallmouth at home. This is like super. This is super similar to a smallmouth in my opinion, like mouth size and everything. They are awesome fish. You say they get decent size, a little bigger than this?
Yeah, they do grow up to 70 centimeters, but a benchmark fish is about 50 centimeters.
That's awesome. He is armed up with spikes on him. That's very cool. All right, well, how do you guys like to release these things?
Yeah, just like a snook, man.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that.
Yeah, that's perfect. You know, just like your snook, you gently lay him in, just freaking throw that thing.
Well done, man.
Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
They do move quite a bit.
You know what they look like? I just realized we have a thing called white bass and hybrids.
Yeah, okay.
They literally look exactly the same, except they're white and have black stripes on them.
Oh, sweet.
There's one
Nice, buddy.
on the rattler.
Oh, he's yellow belly.
That's a yellow.
Oh, so
Golden perch.
oh really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's wicked, dude.
Knocking them off.
You're ticking boxes.
Yeah, well,
He's well hooked, yeah.
well, maybe he is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
Cool. All right. What is this?
It's a golden perch.
A golden perch right there. I'm just throwing a rattle trap or a lipless crankbait and just kind of popping it up and down through the grass. That is such a beautiful fish. He has one of these mounted at his house that's like 10 times this size, and they look like triple tail to me almost, where they have these giant lobe fins on the backside like that, big old paddle tail. That is an awesome fish. I mean, even if it's not huge, it's just cool to be catching completely new species in really cool ways. That's awesome. Got me a little damp on that one. Bass number 2, literally probably, what, 2 minutes after that golden perch? Yellow perch, whatever it is. This is probably the same size, maybe a little bigger than the first one I caught on top water. It is insane how hard these pull. When I set the hook in that, I was like, oh crap, I have a big fish on. And then I was like, no, I must have something foul hooked, and it just, they fight hard. That's it. This is awesome. Get a little better release on that one opposed to the last one that I just head chucked in.
What's it on?
Nice.
Watermelon red, yeah.
I literally just turned off my GoPro to try to pee, and then
Little fella, man.
gets hooked up.
Here
we go. Someone else is finally on the board now.
Not us.
Just on the plastic.
Very cool.
Cool.
On the fly? No way.
On the draw.
JJ picked up the fly rod. Has just only thrown it for 5 minutes and has already caught a fish on it.
So good.
He's fat.
Wolfed it too.
Nice.
Hey.
He's a nice bass.
Wolfed it. That's some cool shit right there. Whoa, that's down that fucking hatch, man.
Came out of that salad. As you can see, one of the fly.
Gosh, you can barely even see it in his mouth. He gulped it.
That's a good example of an Aussie bass. He was deep in the weed, he ate it when it was sinking, and yeah, they give you some, they fight really well for their size.
It's very cool. All right, I got my big bass of the day right here. And I was actually throwing like a little tiny swim jig. Like a tiny swim jig right here. And this thing has a warped head. If you can see that, its head is super messed up. It literally You on? No. Get out of here. It looks like a black drum practically on its head. You said this is what, over 40 centimeters?
Yeah, I'd say 43.
43. That is our size of the fish we're looking for. Maybe we'll catch a few bigger ones before the day's over, but that is awesome. And I didn't even have my GoPro on because it overheated. It's so hot out right now. That's crazy. Here. Alright, that is it for the Australian bass video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I mean, knocked off a new fish off the bucket list too. The golden perch, the Australian bass. And it is insane how hard those bass fight. I cannot imagine if they got really big. I'm going to leave Joel's Instagram page and YouTube channel below. Make sure you check that out if you want to see more Australian stuff, because they are some of the coolest fish. And my guys who live in Florida, all the fish here are so similar to what we have back at home, just really slight variations. And that's one of the reasons I really want to come to Australia. This was like a combination of the first day and the second day, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I am having so much fun here. I got a long trip ahead of me still, got a lot of time here in Australia, so make sure you stay tuned. It's gonna be epic. We're getting ready to head out soon enough to go fish for some giant mulloway, which if you don't know what those are, you'll have to check it out. But I appreciate the heck out of you guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. Helps me out, helps us out, helps our community grow. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, see you, man.